Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your continued support. I want us to go straight to Kisii County, where it seems the politics there are not working in the favor of Deputy President William Ruto. Yesterday, the 28th February, the UDA treasurer, Omingo Magara, announced that he has resigned from the United Democratic Alliance, the UDA party.
For a long time, I have harbored an ambition to be the Kisii County governor through the UDA party, where I was also the national treasurer. There are since been developments that render my candidature through UDA party impossible. After considerable reflection and consultations with my people in Kisii County, national leaders, family and friends, my political future and ambitions must be sufficiently addressed, cannot be sufficiently addressed by the UDA party.
And I have actually seen the way this has been covered by different media outlets, both the national and the Kisii tabloids. Then the concentration is on the fact that Omingo Magara was vying for governor's seat and he was not going to get that ticket. But in this video, I wanted us to look at it wholesomely, because just a week before that, I think I reported in this channel that Anthony Kibagendi, who was working in the office of Deputy President in charge of Youth Affairs, also had joined UDA. Then he resigned from the party after an altercation with Silvanus Osoro. Silvanus Osoro is the current Mugirango South MP, and by the way, that was the seat. That is the MP seat that belonged to Magara before he lost it in a by-election 2010. So Silvanus Osoro walked out of the UDA. Not Silvanus Osoro, Anthony Kibagendi, but Silvanus Osoro is also in talks with a faction of the ODM leaders in Kisii and might be making his way out. And this begs the question, what exactly is going on? And who is responsible for this mass exodus from Kisii? I think when it comes to Kisii politics, William Ruto became an enemy of himself. I want to explain for you why Omingo Magara was actually chosen as treasurer. The plan by William Ruto in Kisii was first to pluck Omingo Magara from PDP, because he was the party leader of PDP. So before he joined UDA, he held a meeting with Okoth Obado, and I think it was captured in the papers, at Rapogi home in Migori. So the plan was he leaves PDP to Okoth Obado, so that Okoth Obado will become the party leader of PDP, and we will use the PDP to vie for presidency. If you remember, there was a time Okoth Obado announced that he was going to seek the presidency. So William Ruto's plan was that when Obado could be at the seat of the presidency, it was going to at least erode, disintegrate Nyanza's support, or rather Migori's ODM support to Raila Odinga. And of course, that was the plan. That is why, it has not come into public, and no one has actually noticed that the Omingo Magara did not even belong to any other party. He was in PDP, a party he joined in 2010 in the by-election of South Mugirango, after ODM refused to give him direct nomination, and the ODM gave Ibrahim Ochoy. Of course, we are going to revisit that story. So that is what exactly happened, and that is why he was captured there. Now, that plan failed. That plan has failed because immediately he resigned, and let me just capture a bit of, that was a long speech, and there is something that he just mentioned here and said, for a long time I have harbored an ambition to be Kisii County governor through the UDA party, where I was also the national treasurer. There has since been developments that render my candidature through UDA party impossible. That is what everyone else is buying. Now, after he gave that announcement, just, I think last night, this poster emerged, that he was now seeking to vie for Kisii governor seat through the UPA. UPA is United Progressive Alliance, and that party belongs to is linked to Fred Matiangi. And the other candidate that is seeking governorship with that seat is Nyamira. Amos Nyaribo is seeking through that seat. So part of what I'm seeing here, it is also a possibility that Fred Matiangi wants to at least have a stake on Kisii politics. He actually wants to take control of it, and that is something that we're also going to look at here. The very day he also met with Jubilee Director of Elections, Kanini Kege. So you can see the Jubilee hand in trying to withdraw him from the UDA side. That could also be now that after Nyaribari Masaba MP Ezekiel Machogu joined UDA, it seems the UDA are supporting him, and they asked Omingo Magara to go and seek the Senate seat, which he blatantly refused. So if that is the thing, then for that one, that makes sense. But then it brings me to my second point on commercialization of the party tickets. The truth of the matter here is William Ruto have already known that Kisii County is concentrated around ODM, Ongwae, Arati, Ongeri, all these fellas around ODM. And even yesterday, I think Cliff Ombeta, who also defected, also met Sam Ongeri. The truth of the matter is he cannot get the Kisii governor seat. So what he can do is you just throw it to someone that you believe, someone who can sponsor the party at some bit and gets the ticket, even if he can't get it. So I want to agree that that could also be a probability of now making sure that happens. So, but there is also something very interesting. Omingo Magara was ejected from UDA, and UDA did not support him specifically because his bid to seek an elective seat and is holding that seat as the treasurer. I think that is something that William Ruto is just trying to pick up from Jubilee Party. The Jubilee Party leadership, Rafael Tuju, Murade, if you look at them, they did not seek elective seats. So that's also worked to his disadvantage, because now there is a national treasurer. I think he might need the direct tickets because maybe he doesn't want to go to the ground. So that is it. But all that is just said and done. But the truth of the matter here is the ground is hostile for UDA.
Alizalisha chakula mpaka chakula ikakosa gala ya kuweka. Akiwa education, watoto wako koja nyumbani, akatengeza double intake. Si ni mtu mzuri? Si ni mchapa kazi? Kura yake iko wapi? Sasa akiwa president William Samoei Ruto, nami nikiwa governor wa pili wa Kisii, yote ni bottom.
The ground is hostile for UDA, and the issues that really come up to play against his support in that area. And that is what I want to look at here. I have my 5 reasons why I think things are not working out. But guys, before we go there, if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, kindly take a second and subscribe, and also click the notification bell so that when we publish a video, you'll be notified. 1, party politics don't hold in Kisii. So UDA was actually seen there as an imposter. Let me give you the voting patterns of 2017. Bonchari was won by John Oro, who was with some small party, neither Jubilee nor ODM. Kitutu Chache North went with Jimmy Angwenyi with Jubilee. Nyaribari Chache went with Fred Fondi, went with Ford. Nyaribari Basaba was Kenya Congress, the party that belongs to Kenya National Congress, the party that belongs to South Mugirango also. So that one went. Then Bomachoge went with Miruka Alpha, Kenya National Congress. Look at Bomachoge Borabo went with Independent, Zadok Ogutu. Then Bomasi went with PDP, Innocent Obiri. South Mugirango was Sylvanus Osoro with Kenya National Congress. ODM did not get even a single seat. In fact, they only got their first seat in a by-election when the Omeke won the Bonchari seat. So what this tells you is it was being seen as a party that wanted to impose people, and that simply did not work. Because also in Kisii, I'm told there is the clan politics that play for the governor, senate, women rep, these positions that play. So that William Ruto, the UDA was seen as a factor that was coming to be very disruptive, and that is why he's not falling in it. Now, let me take you back to 2010. Omingo Magara was the MP for South Mugirango. Then in 2009, the court ruled that there was some election rigging, even though he was not found culpable, but there was election malpractice and the seat remained vacant. When they went for the by-election, Omingo Magara wanted ODM ticket, direct ticket. Now ODM refused. He was not given that ticket. Then he decamped to PDP party. ODM picked Ibrahim Ochoi on to run on ODM ticket. Then there was a Ford Kenya candidate that ran on someone called Monsera. Let me just confirm. I just want to confirm it here. Yes, there was a Ford Kenya candidate, Samson Nyamwea or Manson Nyamwea, somewhere Nyamwea. When they went to the election, despite the fact that Raila Odinga went to campaign there and camped there for some 2 days, the party went to Ford Kenya. The seat went to Ford Kenya, and that's how they won it. So that tells you that party politics cannot hold ground. So if William Ruto wanted to work with Kisii, he would have given them just freedom. The ones that are comfortable to work with the UDA, let it be. But roping them in one line, it is impossible. Now, secondly, I think the latest defections from Ruto's side are already changing the ground. Cliff Mbeta was in UDA, left the party, and is now, I think, he was meeting some Ongeri, so he might be eyeing the Senate seat or maybe planning to join ODM or other party. But the Josh Matian'gi also left, was with William Ruto, left and now joined ODM. Anthony Kibagendi is following suit. And now the Omingo Magara. Now, let me tell you, these defections, I see people saying they are in an influential Hanakura or something, but when someone leaves a party, he cannot leave with very kind words. When he goes to campaign, attend a burial the next day, attend a function the next day, he tends to speak ill about that party. Because no one walks out in good faith, as people say that is written, that people write in press briefings. That is not it. So I think these defections have been, these leaders defecting have been spilling some venom against Deputy President in Kisii, and that is why the ground might be hostile. 3 is the historical imbalances. I think during a function in Kisii, I listened to Simba Arati mentioning that he was trying to link William Ruto to some people that got affected in post-election violence, some Kisii, residents of Kisii who got affected in post-election violence. And you know, Kisii borders the Kalenjin area. So these small undertones, not highly influential, but there's some senior members of the community who, when they listen to that, they tend to buy. And so they cascade, they don't really see William Ruto as a very good leader. Now, the truth of the matter, if the parents of the young people that you want to are not supporting you, the parents can easily influence their children. And I want to believe that is also something. Now, there are 2 aspects. One is Matiangi factor. But before to go Matiangi factor, let's go to Simba Arati politics. The reason why Raila Odinga supported Simba Arati to go for Kisii, because their Kisii lacked the vibrance. There was no one who was a field marshal. You know, Simba Arati is a crowd puller. Simba Arati can play the dirty politics. Simba Arati can have played the national politics. And he was sent there to go and re-energize Kisii, to bring the youth around him. He's a youthful leader. He's a youthful leader. And as actually his governorship is facing some hurdles on age. He's young and there are the other senior characters. So, this young Simba Arati is actually marshalling the young leaders around Kisii and the young people around Kisii in ODM. Now, that has worked, and that have really suffered a blow to William Ruto's Kisii politics. Lastly, and that is why my punchline is, Matiangi is committed to kick Ruto out of Kisii. It is as simple as that. After Magara left, Magara met Jubilee leader, a poster emerged in the night that maybe he wants to seek with UPA. I think Matiangi is putting very strategic conditions so that he can become a key role in delivering Kisii vote to Raila. This is important because, for one, when they form the government, sometimes when you are giving seats, you might also ask, what did you bring on board? So that is why Matiangi is so much committed to do that. Secondly, the Matiangi factor have worked against William Ruto, and that's why I even say that alijishoot kwa mguu, because when he was attacking, when the UDA team was attacking Matiangi, remember during the security downgrading issue at the deputy president's office, the Matiangi became an attack dog. When something happens, the UDA team have always been attacking Matiangi instead of even now trying to address President Uhuru Kenyatta. This sometimes have, when Matiangi goes to the community, when he goes to Kisii, or when the Kisii leaders now pretend to show solidarity, they tend to feel like Matiangi is the most senior member of Kisii community in government. So when he's being attacked, they're attacking the Kisii community. Now, this aspect of the direct attack on Matiangi has made him emerge as the most powerful and senior member of Kisii community. So, the combination of the UDA going for him have worked against Deputy President. I think, guys, that also says Matiangi is committed to kick out William Ruto from Kisii, and that is being implemented very well. He's now plugged Omingo Magara. He's now going to join Kisii gubernatorial seat through UPA or Jubilee. In Nyamira, he has also planted Amos Nyaribo to seek the governor seat through the UPA party, and that party is also emerging. So I think he has realized that also Kisii do not have a party of identity. Yeah? You know, Kisii has been ODM, Jubilee, then as I mentioned to you, these other parties, people have been winning through Independent, Kenya National Congress, the PDP, and all that. So I think even Matiangi is trying to put house in order, and he wants to come up with a party that can also be seen as the party that belongs to Gusii community. All this are playing out to make sure that they lock out William Ruto from Kisii. But then let me just jog your mind. Magara came to parliament in 2001 in a by-election after the brother died, Enoch Magara, in an accident. Then he retained the seat in 2002 general election. He was even appointed assistant minister, I think, of trade or something. Then in 2007, he won the seat through ODM and lost it in 2010 in a by-election after his election was nullified that there were some malpractices. So since then, he has never won an elective seat in Kisii. That also tells you why William Ruto might have planned to just show him the door from UDA